Good morning, you guys. It is a beautiful day here on the homestead. It is Friday today, which means today we get ready to sell at the farmer's market tomorrow. Today's actually also the only day with clear skies and sun that we've had for several days, and the entire rest of the extended forecast for this area has rain and clouds for like at least the next 10 days.
Yeah, even tomorrow when we're supposed to be at the market, there's a really good chance of rain, but we'll be there anyway. We have a lot of plants to sell, so we'll be there rain or shine.
Yep, 7 a.m. to noon in Ava, Missouri at the town square.
So today's going to be spent mostly getting ready for the market. We're going to go over a few things with you guys to show you just kind of what goes into getting ready for the market, how we pick out which plants we're going to take during the week, and how we get everything ready. So today's going to be a lot of work. Let's get busy.
The first thing I need to work on today is getting the plants ready. I need to plan for how many trays we can fit into the trailer, how many can fit on the tables. At the market we are going to set up 5 tables, and we can fit about 7 or 8 trays per table. We're going to plan on a maximum of 39 trays. That will also be the max that we can fit in the trailer for right now. Last week, Samantha helped me create a list of all the plants in the trays that we took last week, and I'm going to use that as reference for this week just to save some time. I have transplanted some new things over this past week that we'll be taking to the farmer's market, but I have some room yet in the trailer, so I don't have to worry about taking some things out and in order to make sure to add the others. So my first goal is to just start making sure that I've got one tray designated for each one of these types of plants that I have written down. I also need to find extra plants to fill in the empty spots from last week. For instance, our Jet Star tomatoes, we love them, and so we tell people how much we love them, and so they buy a lot of them. I have over a half a tray empty that I need to fill in with other Jet Star tomatoes. So it's just a matter of filling up the trays again and separating them from all the rest of these trays to get them designated to go to the market. The first step is finding the tray that I am looking for. We have a lot of plants. And in a perfect world, they would all be organized perfectly, but that just doesn't happen all the time. We're busy, and things just get, there they are, things just get mixed up sometimes. This tray of Jet Stars is one of the first rounds of tomatoes that we planted, so they are the tallest, the most mature. They look fantastic, but you can see that, you know, I need to fill this up. So I need to go take a look at the rest of the Jet Star tomatoes that we have out here, pick out those that are the largest to take to the market.
So twice already this spring we've gotten our vehicles stuck back by the greenhouse after some big rains. So one thing I had to do today was put a new trailer ball on my tractor so that we can move the animal trailer back to the greenhouse with the tractor, and then we'll have to hook it up to the truck up by the road so we don't get stuck again. But tomorrow they're predicting even more rain, and we have to be at the farmer's market rain or shine. These plants are ready to go to new homes, and so my project right now is to set up one of our canopies, and I need to figure out how we're going to be able to prevent some of the rain from getting in while customers are shopping. So I'm hoping I have enough tarps that'll be an appropriate size, and we'll have to figure out how we can kind of build some sides on our canopies.
So all of these trays have all or some of the tomato plant that I'm looking for. So I'm just going to go through them and figure out which are the tallest, which ones look the healthiest, and make sure that those go to the farmer's market with us this week. Also double check and make sure that they all have a tag, and if they don't, we'll go ahead and create one and make sure that everything is labeled in each tray. Labeling all of these plants has really taken up so much of our time. We didn't realize when we expanded this part of our little nursery operation how much time would be spent labeling. And not only has that been an issue, but we're finding out that the marker that we used to label a lot of these is actually fading in the sun. So we need to redo a bunch of them. This is part of the process that we are researching the best resolution to, and hopefully we can find a better system for next year. We've looked into labels that you print on the computer, but the labels could degrade with all the water use and also with the sun or get rubbed off. We've looked into label systems like labeling machines, and those that can handle the capacity and the size that we need, they're super expensive. So that may end up being an investment that we need to take for next year, but this year we just need to do the best that we can, handwriting the labels and rewriting them as needed. It kind of sucks, but it's too late in the season to be reinventing the wheel and figuring out a better method. Another thing that I'm making sure to do, which maybe you wouldn't think of unless you're actually selling at the farmer's market, is I'm making sure that all of the tags face the same direction, so that when we unload them at the farmer's market, the customers can see all of them as they're facing the customer and not have to try to pull out the markers to see what they are and stick them back in. That just allows for a lot of error if the tag gets put back in the wrong little container, or if it doesn't get put back at all. So that's another thing that I'm going to make sure before we load up the trailer, is that all the tags are facing the same direction. Another trick that we do helps me figure out what needs to go to the farmer's market and what needs to stay. We have way more trays of plants here than I can take to the farmer's market. So to separate the ones that are going to go and that are ready to go, I put a bright orange popsicle stick at the beginning, at the front of the tray. This tells me that this tray goes to the farmer's market and it is ready to go to the farmer's market.
So I've got the canopy set up. Now I need to figure out how I'm going to put the tarps on. Under normal circumstances, we don't put sides on our canopies at all at the market because we want people to be able to see the plants from all angles. But if it were to get really, really windy, where it could damage the plants, or really strong rain, then we're going to need to put some sides on. But I also don't want to be struggling at the market to put them on if it's, you know, really windy or raining really hard. I want to be able to do it quickly, so I'm hoping to just be able to hook it so that I can use these clips and have it all set up ahead of time, so that if we need the sides, we can just get them on as quickly as we can. I think just using some rope and these clips will be good enough, but I want to set it up at home to make sure. Last thing we need is for the entire canopy to go flying away at the farmer's market.
I think it's great. Good job. Okay, the tomatoes are all set. We're taking 12 trays of tomatoes. Some of them are full trays of one variety, some of them are half trays. We're taking Jet Star, Jet Setter, Early Girl, Celebrity, Beef Master, Beef Steak, Pink Brandy Wine, Goliath, Rutger, La Roma, Opulka, Dad Sunset, Yellow Pear, Chocolate Cherry, Sweet Million, Sun Gold, Brad's Atomic, Paul Robeson, and Cherokee Purple. We're also taking one tray of eggplant, tomatillos, oh, and a tray of Amish paste, so that's 13 tomatoes. So now I need to move on to the peppers. Well, the peppers are all done too, and we actually moved on to the rest of what we have in just these small pots. So for peppers, we are taking green bell peppers, King of the North and California Wonder. Then also lilac bell and one called Ajvarsky, which is a red roasting bell pepper. Orange bell, golden cal, which is a yellow bell. Mini bell peppers, which are multicolored. Those are Samantha's. She's sowing those. Banana peppers, nada-peno, which is that not hot jalapeno. Hot wax, serrano peppers, jalapeno peppers. And then we move on to cucumbers and those kinds of things. So we are taking Marketmore cucumbers, tender green burpless, zucchini, the black beauty, butternut squash, Boston pickling, and then we move on to herbs. Rosemary, parsley, echinacea, hyssop, wild oregano, wild thyme, basil, Thai basil, and we have some okra in there. So that's everything that we're taking for these small pots. We are making very fine progress and we're almost done.
Well, I think I've got the tarps figured out for the sides of the canopy. Hopefully we don't need them because hopefully it won't rain, but in case it does, at least we'll be prepared. I left it set up all afternoon and it didn't blow away like a sail, so that's even better. So now it's time to take it back down. Well, that works a lot better than using the truck to pull it through the grass. So at least this way we won't get stuck. We'll be able to get out and get to the farmer's market first thing in the morning. So the plants are all ready to go. We've got everything sorted out, and so now it's time to load them into the trailer. I added extra shelves to the trailer this year so we can take just over 1,000 plants a week to the market, and I'm hoping that we'll have a great week. We probably won't sell them all, but it'd be great if we could sell a lot of them. Look how gorgeous these Dad Sunset tomatoes are looking. This is actually the variety that we're growing this year for Baker Creek for seed saving as well. So these are the extras. We have a bunch of them set aside for our garden, but these are looking so good. It's nice now that the weather is warm enough we can load everything up the night before. There's no chance of it getting down below freezing anymore, so our low tonight is about 55, so it'll be perfect. They're all set, ready to go for the morning.
So the plants are safe in the trailer overnight. We have a few things to do in the house to get ready, and we need to load the tables into the truck.
And eat dinner.
And eat dinner. But this is where we're going to end the video for today. By the time you see this in the morning, we will be at the farmer's market in Ava, and we would love to see you. If you have some time and if you're in the area, stop by and chat. Hey, and maybe buy a couple plants.
If you're enjoying our channel and you're not a subscriber yet, this is the perfect time to hit the subscribe button. We sure do thank you all for coming back. If you know someone else who would enjoy this, go ahead and share it with them. And until next time, thank you so much for stopping by the homestead. Take care, and God bless.
God bless.